Hello and welcome to the Music Shack podcast. This is episode number 62. This week you're joined by myself, Bruce,
Ron,
and Ed. Alright, so where are we starting this?
I think I had the shortest, so we can start with mine,
Alright.
which was Gravitas Maximus by Pyrexia.
I liked it. It was a little heavier than I was truly expecting going into it.
Just a wee bit. I think mainly it was just instrumental that is what drew me to it, and some of the song titles. But yeah, I mean, vocal-wise, I don't mind it because it has like it sort of has like the black metal deathcore vocals to it. But I don't know. Its tonality was kind of off for me.
I will say that the intro for the first song is very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to be.
I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into on the first listen through.
I wasn't either. I don't know what that was supposed to be.
I think it was like it sounded like it was a soundbite from like one of the Exorcist style movies.
That makes
Gotcha.
sense.
So,
I honestly have no clue. So that was just an experience in and of itself. Because it goes on for almost a minute.
yeah, it really does.
And then it kicks in with actual music. And I'm like, okay, this is weird.
This is happening.
Yep. But then again, that seems to be a thing in black metal and death metal. Like, this is just happening now.
I mean, it seems to be a thing in music. I mean, I listened to, I forget which member of Griselda it was, one of their albums. This song broke for, I think, like 40 seconds to hear this guy talk about snakes. And it was from a movie. Like, it wasn't like, just like that. Like, it's like, it has nothing to do with the song. It's just a guy going on about snakes. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
But yeah, I thought the album was minorly brutal.
Only minorly.
Only minorly, it could have been a little heavier.
Okay, I'll find true black metal next time.
Yeah, no, please don't. This was too heavy for me, to be honest.
I mean, overall, it's solid. It's only 8 songs. But overall, I don't know about its replayability. But it's definitely decent for what it is, I think. Like I said, it was mainly like the instrumental that drew me to it. I like chugs.
Chuggies?
Chuggies are fun. And it's got a lot of chugs.
Yeah, it is very chuggy.
There's also a groove behind the chugs, which is another aspect of it that I actually enjoyed a lot. Yeah, but overall, I think that's kind of what I got out of it. I don't really have any standouts.
Alright.
So I think we can move on to the next one.
Which is...
Why don't we go to Bruce?
Alright.
All right. I had Ed's up next, so one moment.
Alright, so it was Ace of Hearts, Frozen in Time.
Yes.
This is very much you.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard it and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is definitely a Bruce made album. Like, it's made for Bruce.
I loved it all the way through. It was
Yeah,
definitely there.
the first couple chords kicked in, and then I heard the vocals. I'm like, yeah, this is Bruce's like entire vibe for music.
It's actually added to my list of future listening.
Shocker.
Surprise. I mean, it's good though. Like, I like the piano underlying in the back. I thought that was a nice touch. I don't have any standouts. For me, I think it's a little long. Even though it's only 10 songs, I think some of them kind of go on for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's also, I think according to Apple, it's their first record. So for them, I'd say it's a strong start from what I heard.
Yeah.
Like I said, overall, pretty solid. This actually has good replayability for what it is, I feel. His vocal tonality, tonalities were a little off for me, but I think it's because it's a little flat. Which is weird, because I like The Offspring, and he sings, I think, in a C flat. But he only has a flat tone. It could just be the pitch. Yeah, overall, pretty good.
It was good.
And then we move into Ed's.
Yeah, I gave y'all Ricky Rose's Richer Than I Ever Been. Which, to be honest with you, I wasn't going to even listen to this album because of the name. I'm like, okay, this is just going to be some brag rap bullshit.
Which it kind of was towards the end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, it's fucking good shit. I mean, I'm always like a fan of Ross's work. I did enjoy Little Havana. Rapper States was pretty good. I loved Outlaws, which was Rick Ross, Jasmine Sullivan, and 21 Savage. And the title track wasn't too bad. But
Yeah, I don't think there's really like a whole lot to take away from it, other than those. I mean, I found Hella Smoke to be weird, and I just don't understand why that's something people want to brag about. But you know,
it's, well, honestly, like, Wiz Khalifa's catalog is something I always found kind of weird. Because, like, it's weed.
right?
And weed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so what else exists in life, sir? Like, I'm interested.
Weed.
Like, if you listened, like, I remember when Wiz Khalifa first came out, that was my biggest critique of the guy. I'm like, if you knew nothing, like, if you never stepped outside your house, and all you listened to was Wiz Khalifa, you would think that the only thing outside of your house was weed. Like, he has mixed it up a little bit throughout the years, but he's still heavy rapping about weed.
Which is ironic and funny at the same time, because everybody always jokes that Snoop Dogg is just the weed guy, but he
Yeah.
doesn't rap about it usually.
That's because he's, like, known for smoking weed.
Right.
Like Willie Nelson, known for smoking weed, but you don't tend to hear songs about it. Like, Wiz Khalifa, on the other hand, his life revolves around a green leaf. Like, so.
It's odd sometimes when that's like, if that's the only thing you have going for you at that point, you might want to rethink.
I mean, he's got a shit ton of money, but
Right. But off of one style.
not really one style, one topic.
Yeah. Off of one topic. It's like you're kind of a one-trick pony at the moment.
I did think it was weird hearing Willie Falcone on the beginning of Little Havana.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
That was odd.
This is a weird intro, but okay.
Yeah, there's so much going on within this album that I can't follow it. I don't know what I should pay attention to and what I should just ignore. I feel like, so I don't know what's going on with it.
Am I supposed to overlook this, or is this like supposed to be where it is?
Right. And then it gets the Hell of Smoke, and that's the closing song, and I'm like, okay. Okay. I see where this went.
Wherever.
Where it went was, in fact, nowhere.
All right. We got any singles to talk about?
I have the Memphis Mayfire track, which I want to play for you guys after we're done here,
Okay.
because it's good. But I think that's all I have for singles. Oh, I know Skillet came out with one. I just didn't hear it. I think that might have been a couple weeks ago. So I don't believe I have anything else in terms of singles.
All right.
I've got nothing.
All right. I guess this is gonna be a short week.
Oh, we can mention the stuff we didn't get to in the last week because we didn't.
Oh
meet
shit!
up.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I had some good stuff for that week.
Yeah, because
What did I have last week?
Ed had some like shit that Ed wanted to take care of last week,
But
and Ed's glad he took care of that shit.
yeah.
But I do owe, anybody listening who was expecting a podcast last week an apology, because I decided to be selfish.
But I was gonna bring up the new Of Mice and Men record, which is Echo.
I was listening to that shit.
Fun fact: we already heard most of it,
I know,
but
I
it's still
realized
good.
that. I realized that.
But it's still good. And then I also found out that Mike Shinoda dropped an EP called Ziggurats, which is 4 songs, 7 minutes, so they're all pretty short, and they all flow right into each other. But you can tell where one stops and one starts, and it's fantastic. It's a lot of, I think it's a lot of R&B influence, and it's just so well put together. I guess I could play it. We could play that too at the end when we're done, because it's just really good.
Speaking of R&B influence, last week I gave you guys a full R&B album that Apple Music will not let me currently pull up. So I can't give you the track list. But
I don't remember what it was.
I did fuck with it pretty heavily. I actually fucked with it heavier than I fucked with Rick Ross's Richer Than I Ever Been.
Yeah.
But I can't see the track list, so I can't tell you my standouts. Alright. Yeah, it was IMO's Don't Get Upset EP. And Apple Music is still giving me a loading screen.
Nope, there it is.
Oh, okay, there we go. So, yeah, Damsel was a good one. I mean, it's a 5-song album that's just solid R&B. I loved it. So,
Yeah, I don't think I had a chance to get to anything for last week, just because of work. Wow. But
I had an anxiety-fueled day, and you couldn't get to everything because of work.
Yep.
Okay.
Welcome to retail.
Okay. Bruce!
I'm trying to find what I had. I forget what it was.
Alright, well, moving on. This turned into a shit show quickly.
That's okay.
It always does.
Oh, nope.
Was I believe?
I'm not saying it.
Did you not give us one?
I don't think he gave us one last week.
I didn't put one into the chat, but
No,
I
you
never
didn't.
had one. Was this one? It was. Redemption by Rage of Light is the one I was going to talk about previously.
Gotcha.
Good album. It is. Tell me the genre.
You don't know the genre?
I forget it. Maybe you just don't get to know.
Shall be a mystery.
Unless this will tell me. Nope. Alright. It's a mystery.
Alright. We want to get to some news, or we want to take a brief break?
I say we take a break and we'll come back.
Alright.
Looking to start a podcast? Buzzsprout makes it really easy. Get your show listed on every major podcast platform with little hassle. You'll join over 100,000 other podcasters already using Buzzsprout. You'll get a really good website with audio widgets you can use on other websites, tools to help you promote your show, detailed analytics, and more. Follow the link to get started. It'll let Buzzsprout know that we sent you. If you sign up for a paid plan, you'll get a $20 Amazon gift card, and you'll be directly supporting us here at Music Shag Pod. Buzzsprout, the easiest way to get a podcast out there.
Alright, we want to jump into the news?
See if I can find something
I'm
to
finding
bring up.
something now.
Okay, gotcha.
I thought that was going to be a little bit longer.
Gotcha. Sometimes our breaks go for like fucking ever, so I just kind
I
of
was like, alright, I'm not going to say anything this time, so he has a nice empty space to cut.
yeah.
And then you jump right back in, and I was like, fuck, I'm not ready for this.
Probably should have gave some warning. I didn't want to have like a 30-minute conversation and then have to edit it out. Apparently Future declares he's bigger than Jay-Z in the streets. And to my generation, probably. To the generations like before mine, they might feel some type of way about that. But my generation, yeah, I think Future would be above Jay-Z to my generation.
Hailstorm is working on a new record,
There we go.
apparently, set to release in 2022. Apparently, I think it's almost done based on this article, and Lizzie Hale has also stated that a lot of the inspiration has come from people's survival stories. So that's actually going to be interesting to go through.
Survivor stories like through like regular life, or
It doesn't say. It just says listen to their quote survival stories. So I'd imagine through like emotional trauma or something.
Gotcha.
But there's no release window other than that it's 2022. It's the only thing. The only thing it says. Apparently, it is mixed and mastered, so it is done.
Gotcha.
Apparently, it's pretty much done, and we're just waiting for it to drop. Let's see. Apparently, Evanescence covered the Beatles. They covered Across the Universe. Eric Clapton successfully sued a widow who tried to sell bootleg CD of him. Classic rock guitarist and English singer-songwriter Eric Clapton emerged victorious in a recent lawsuit against a widow who tried to sell a bootleg Clapton CD owned by her late husband on eBay, as Rolling Stone and several other music outlets have reported this week. It seems to be a reactionary move from the 76-year-old Clapton, who lately appears intent on alienating a portion of his fans by refusing to play shows where COVID-19 vaccination is required and calling pandemic safety rules propaganda. Oh. Okay. And a musician known as Slowhand has recently aligned with Van Morrison in the same regard. The woman in the suit was a 55-year-old German woman named Gabrielle, and she inherited the unofficial Eric Clapton Live USA album that her husband purchased in 1986. And after she listed it on eBay in July, she received a takedown notice from the auction website, followed by an affidavit from Clapton's lawyers, claiming that it was made without the musician's consent.
Gotcha.
So she has now been ordered to pay a $4,000 fine.
Alright, so Fetty Wap, who we discussed earlier who we discussed during the fall, over drug charges, how he was released on bail. Well, he has an ankle monitor, like most people who get released on bail, or people in house arrest, that went off while he was at an airport. So, yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, he was taken into custody at 1:40 p.m. I believe that this was I believe it was like Thursday it happened. Last week. So yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, he was arrested at Newark Airport. So.
Yeah. Oops.
Oops. I feel like that's the second time you said oops regarding that man. First time was when he fucking got caught and they charged him with drug trafficking.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Some people don't learn.
He was among 6 people who were involved in that.
Wow.
Yeah. He may have been the only one that could have afforded to get bailed.
Oh, probably. Yeah, it's
So the other 6 are probably sitting in jail, awaiting sentencing.
So apparently Tinder is partnering with Spotify to make a music mode feature where when you're viewing someone's profile, it'll give you a 30-second preview of their favorite song that they already set.
that gives me ideas.
Which... Is that one band on Spotify?
Who?
I believe so.
You should know the one I'm talking about.
So that automatically gives me bad ideas.
So, okay, that band, okay, if that is like somebody's favorite thing, that is not a red flag. That is a hell no.
That's an immediate no.
Yeah.
Like, you can like that, just not say it's your favorite thing in the world, because obviously it's weird.
Like, if that is your favorite band, you're letting me know that you are not my type.
Yep.
Like, I'll go on YouTube and I'll watch shitposts all the time, and I love it, but I'm not going to send it to my friends and be like, this is the only thing I watch on YouTube.
Unless you're me.
Maybe.
We're supposed to send videos that we like to our friends?
Sometimes.
Okay. I'll
Like
be
that.
sending you some links from Pornhub.
Ooh.
Yeah, I knew it was going there. I knew that was going there.
Alright. And somehow that's still more PG than the band name we're gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Somehow.
I guess we can move on into the Billboard.
I guess
If we don't have any more news.
I do not.
I've
Nothing
not
relevant
seen anything
anyway.
else worth talking about.
All right, let me see if I can get the billboards this time.
Since somehow Bruce, I completely forgot about that band, and then you looked at me and you're like, what's that one band? And I'm like, oh my god.
Alright, so jumping into the billboards, we'll take a look at the Billboard Hot 100 first. Sitting at number 1 is Easy on Me by Adele. And sitting at number 2, not surprisingly, for this part of the year, is All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. Sitting at number 3, we've got Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee.
And I can't look at the charts.
At number 4, we've got Stay by the Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber. At 5, we've got a Holly Jolly Christmas by Burl Ives. At 6, we've got Jingle Bell Rock by Bobby Helms. At 7, as a new entry, we've got I Hate You by SZA. At number 8, we've got Industry Baby. Fuck off.
My chart loaded too.
You got the ad?
My entire screen is covered in ads. Where do I get rid of it?
That's just it. You don't.
I fucking hate this.
You just gotta scroll down.
No, not that ad. The entire screen is covered. Well, there's this button. Which button do I push? This is literally my screen. Where do I push to get rid of
There
it?
should be an X in the corner.
There's an X in the corner for the ad that's underneath the ad right here, but this ad's on top, probably covering the X for this one. I don't think I can get rid of this one.
Alright, hold on.
I'm gonna try to refresh my page. What the fuck?
And my chart loaded this time too.
There we go.
What is going on with this site?
I don't know, but that's massively annoying.
This site is awful.
Yeah. Since they
Oh, wait.
updated
Oh,
it.
I can read the last two. At number
Okay.
9, we've got Heat Waves by Glass Animals. And
Love
at number
that.
10, we've got It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Andy Williams.
Ah.
Alright. Moving on to the Artist 100.
Sure.
Adele's still at number 1. Taylor Swift is still at 2. Ed Sheeran's still at 3. Olivia Rodrigo's still at 4. Doja Cat's still at 5. Polo G is up to 6. Meaning he moved like 33 spots.
Oh, you're gonna love
He
my
went-
chart for him then.
He went from 39th to 6th.
You're gonna love the 200 chart for him then.
Okay. Michael Bublé.
Bublé.
Is still at 7. The
Michael
Weeknd
Bubble.
is down 2 spots to 8. BTS is up to 9th from 26th.
Wow.
So that's like a slight jump there. And Drake is down 1 spot to 10th from 9th last week. That's top 10 artists.
All right, so for the Billboard 200, we have Adele at number 1 with 30.
What?
Taylor Swift at number 2 with Red, Taylor's version.
What?
Polo G, number 3, with Hall of Fame, up from 69.
Nice.
So, talk about a jump.
Yeah, that's a good jump.
Michael Bublé is down to 4 with Christmas. Olivia Rodrigo is down to 5 with Sour. Morgan Wallen is still in the top 10. Drake is at 7 with Certified Lover Boy. Mariah Carey is up to 8 with Merry Christmas. And the Charlie Brown Christmas soundtrack is at number 9.
Ugh.
And then Doja Cat number 10 with Planet Her.
So
I also want to point out Mariah Carey has been on this list, on this chart, for 105 weeks.
So anyway, Polo G's Hall of Fame. He dropped a deluxe version of that, I think, last week,
That's probably the one that's on here.
which is why it went up from 69th to wherever it is now.
3.
3. All right. And Polo G's a good rapper, so good for him. Things where we been in our spare time, what we've been listening to.
Sorry. I've been on a lot of Eurobeat recently, which is the usual. A lot of EDM. That's pretty much it. Oh, so I actually got my YouTube 2020 run recap of my top 100 songs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not surprised with the top couple because, I mean, I did listen to these a lot. But the top song I listened to all year was Hell's Coming With Me by Poor Man's Poison.
Do you wonder why that is?
Wonder why. I told that to Steve when we were at work the one day, and he was like, I could have told you that myself.
All right. Yeah, I've been listening to a wide range of music. What is it? I went through some like drum and bass, Testo's latest album, Together Again. Went through Cascades, Reset EP. I listened to CEO by I can't remember her name.
I can't either, so it's okay.
Which I love that single. My motherfucking CEO. Yeah, by Netta. I did go through CL's Alpha again. Because of the shock value. Because nobody ever takes me to be that guy. I did hook my phone up to the Bluetooth speaker and put on Lorna Shore's King of Deception, because I absolutely love that song.
How did that go?
They were like, what the fuck is this?
It's like, Ed, hold on.
Because normally if my phone's playing music, it's some form of electronic music or some form of pop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, there's no customers in the store. Guess what?
Out come the demons.
Anyway, I did listen to some Sepraternal. I did listen to Industry Baby by Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow. I did listen to the You See For Yourself album by IDK. I did run through Illenium last week as well with Embers.
Mm-hmm.
Sinner's Sanctum by Caster. I forgot how good that EP was. I did play We Butter the Bread with Butter's cover of Hyper Hyper because shock value.
Yeah, I had 20 kilometers an hour and Nice and the other one. What's the other one? I can't think of the name. I gotta find it. Like the first 3 tracks or so off of their most recent record have been like in my head rent free for the past 4 days. Don't know why, but they have.
Yeah, what is it? Zoo's Dreamland 2021 has been
Today Alf, that's what it is.
getting a lot of play.
Yeah, I've been going through stuff that I just don't listen to a lot. So I was doing, I went through Disturbed at one point. I went through The Sickness, which is still a great album. Yeah, I mean, I've been in my staples, but I've also just kind of been out of the realm of the norm. Black metal has been kind of in there a lot more in the past, like 2 weeks. So I don't know where that came from, but that's just been the mood I've been in.
You've been rather upbeat lately.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's from working in retail during the holiday season,
Yeah, let's go with that.
dealing with all the happy people
Everyone
saying,
is so
"How do you
joyful."
not have this? You have this year round, but now that I need to buy it for a family member, you don't have it."
Or all the Christmas crap that we had the prior week. People come in the next week and be like, "You just had this." Well, it's gone now. 'Cause that happens too.
That does happen.
Um,
I'm hoping the mic was far enough away when I started shouting.
yeah, I
Otherwise,
haven't really
apologize.
I haven't really been anywhere too obscure, too special. Just in my staples.
All right.
Hollywood Undead actually has been coming up a little bit more.
Is it Christmas in Hollywood?
No, I will be playing that this week, just because it's that week.
Oh. And you want Santa to be back up in the hood?
Mm-hmm. So meet me under the mistletoe.
All right. We're ending that one there.
Yes.
Meantime, I'll be listening to Carol von Hoss by Sophie Tucker.
Truly the dichotomy. I believe that we can move into our what has been released recently.
I believe we
that we're gonna
can.
talk
I
about.
do believe Noise has been released recently.
Yes, I'm gonna have a hard time finding something
All right.
for next week.
All right. Same, but actually, I do have a clue, though. So Roddy Ricch dropped Live Life Fast. ESTG dropped Bigger Than Life or Death Deluxe. Chief Keef dropped 4Nem. It's the letter, the letter 4. It's the
Yeah.
number 4.
Good job.
Yeah. NEM some. Yeah, whatever. Gucci Mane dropped So Icy Christmas.
Ah,
I mean, it makes sense for him to drop a Christmas album because one of his ad libs has always been "Brr." So, Young Blue dropped No I'm Not Okay EP. I think I might check that out just for the mental health undertones of that title. I always find stuff that has to do with mental health heavily relatable. So, Ellie Frost dropped the book of Eli Frost dropped the book of Eli. Wow, my English is working So we're going to move on.
I got a short list.
All right.
As of December 17th, Behemoth dropped a live album called In Absentia Day. Sirith Ungol dropped a re-release of Frost and Fire. Draconian dropped 2 re-releases of Arcane Rain Fell and Where Love's Mourn. And then Jerky 69, I believe is how it's pronounced,
Nice.
dropped American Vampire. Powerwolf dropped a 10th anniversary edition of Blood of the Saints. And then Shotgun Facelift dropped Dakota Blood Stampede. According to Loudwire, that is all I have. But I will try to find something else.
Shotgun.
Facelift. With Dakota Blood Stampede.
Bruce.
Everything sounded fine until I got there.
So I got a really short list.
All right, hopefully it's cleaner.
Got Going Splat by John Dwyer.
So we just went from a shotgun facelift
To Going Splat.
to going splat. So we're talking brains all over the goddamn wall. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, that was it?
That was all that released on my list.
All right. There we go.
Oh, it's going to be fun trying to find something.
Yeah, I did listen to 2 albums. Well, part of 1 album and a whole album today. While I was rearranging my room. So NCT dropped Universe, the 3rd album. It's K-pop. You know, they have some rap elements in there, some pop elements in there.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was the Book of Eli. I was listening to some of that, and by Eli Frost, and he I like the drill beats. You know, I mean, I'm a sucker for a drill beat, just like I'm a sucker for drum and bass,
Right.
or house music, or. But
Technically, they're all the same thing, depending on who you talk to.
And metal is hard rock, depending on who you talk to.
Oh, did I say something wrong?
All metal sounds the same. You're trying to start a war? I'm trying to start a war.
And yet you're the one getting offended.
Okay. Well, with nothing else to do before I step around, I
had a good run. That's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for episode 62 of the Music Shack podcast. It is the holiday week, so we're probably not gonna have one. Or awkward. Okay. We're not gonna have a show because of Christmas. But we may have a show around New Year's. We'll see how it plays out. But for the most part, it is the holiday season, so happy holidays to anybody who celebrates Christmas and New Year's. If you don't, whatever you do celebrate instead, happy holidays.
Yep. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Hanukkah's over.
My bad. Hey, I'm culturally illiterate,
We know.
so I apologize. Happy winter solstice. Which did that pass yet?
That I don't know.
Okay. If it did, again, sorry for being ignorant of your culture.
But so yeah, like I said, may have an episode for New Year's. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it's normally like dead from Christmas to New Year's.
This is true.
And then January shit starts dropping. And normally good shit drops in January.
According to our track record for what we've reviewed, yes.
Like last year, Wayne dropped Funeral in January. This year,
We had a lot.
Sucker Punch.
Yep.
By Me You at 6.
That album is still amazing.
That album's phenomenal. And then Maggie Liedman with Paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, January fucking popped off this year.
I'm very excited to see what happens for 2022.
Yeah.
Because we still have according to Loudwire, I still have releases coming out on the 31st.
There we go.
So, we'll see what happens.
All right.
But, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for episode 62. And we will see you guys for the next episode.
Yeah. As always, player, one love, mosh and rave responsibly. Yeah.
Have fun, don't die.
Enjoy the noise.